Grazie per essere venuti all'insegnamento.
Okay. First we're going to do opening prayer.
La prima cosa che facciamo è fare una preghiera aperta a tutti.
With Yantra Yogi, make this realization song.
Con il nostro praticante di Yantra che canterà una canzone.
So this is Bhakti-Narita.
You want this? They cannot hear, right?
So since this is about the Milarepa, we will sing the Guru Yoga mantra of Milarepa. And it's Jemila Shepa Dorjela Silva Depso. Okay. I hope this will be okay.
We have no sound on Zoom.
Jemila Shepa Dorjela Silva Depso. 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 Everybody. Jemila Shepa Dorjela Silva Depso. Jemila Shepado Jela Sarvadevso Jemela 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 Shepado Jela Sarvadevso. We sing one R together.
Tangre doje yaje rezo no yenje modo deje bunjo mo zreje lombo tavre jibe yaje jarbe yala guzanze yagare benje bola gadenj ma yune galan den rome da da lano zimbe ganenze Orje rumbo je lai zorwa de doje yanje de lo na ro dan marba na lai je je gambo ba pamo je ba yarwan de gombe ta je lama na lai zorwa de ro me je je yanje bo gan ne te zong san je gen je ngo wo nye Rang zhen ji ge ngong zhen dong zhe be, za wei lang mei ya lai zor wan de. Good evening, everyone.
Buonasera a tutti.
Good afternoon, the Zoom people.
Buon pomeriggio
Good morning.
chi
So,
è in Zoom.
where you are, depending the time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
E a seconda di dove siete, buongiorno, buon pomeriggio, buonasera.
So tonight I'm going to share with you culture, yogi culture in Tibet, right? Yogi culture in Tibet.
Yogic culture è l'insegnamento di questa sera.
So that topic is, I think, is very powerful for me. I never talked that topic before.
Per me questo è un insegnamento molto potente, non l'ho mai insegnato prima.
I heard this topic, is I think about it again, wow, yogi culture of Tibet is really right and the truth. That makes sense actually.
Quando l'ho sentito, ne ho percepito, quando l'ho ricevuto questo insegnamento ne ho percepito veramente la potenza.
So in Tibet, long histories, all the way long to, 8th century to until now, the famous Sambhava, he went to Tibet. So during that time, to all the way until now, all the yogi is come from lots yogi is many countless yogi come from Tibet.
Questa la storia risale all'VIII secolo, nel periodo di Padmasambhava, quando arrivò in Tibet e questo richiamò molti yogi, molti lama.
So then you want to hear something yogi, long time ago yogis or in this time yogis?
Volete sapere un po' di storia dei tempi dei yogi passati o contemporanei?
Both.
Entrambi.
Okay, so also if you have any questions, you can ask question.
Se avete domande, fatele.
It's discussion. This is the discussion, like you wanted to know specific yogi. So I don't know all the Tibetan yogis. So many yogis. Not possible to know every yogi's history.
È impossibile conoscere la storia di tutti gli yogi perché sono veramente tantissimi, però posso parlare di quelli che magari vi interessano.
So even in this time, how many yogis in Tibet, we don't know, because even we have technology, this all, through that we can know.
I'm sorry.
Oh, this off, right? Thank you.
Okay.
Something wrong is, I thought my voice is like really low today. Okay, so even we have technology, phones and this, many through the technology, we know everything because we know whole world actually, all what going on. Everything, we almost know every day what going on. But we don't know how many yogis is there in Tibet right now.
Anche adesso non sappiamo esattamente quanti sono gli yogi, nonostante la tecnologia ci permette di essere molto aggiornati su tutto tutti i giorni.
Yeah. So yogis usually not associated with the public people, they be in the mountains, solitary place. even they are in the monastery, even they are actually in the villages, we really don't know who's the yogi until they die, you know.
In genere gli yogi si conosce la loro esistenza quando muoiono, perché in genere non vivono in mezzo alle persone, non vivono nei villaggi, in genere stanno in ritiro sulle montagne o in posti isolati.
Then Tibet is very big actually. We think it's small country, but it's huge land. And then, you know, people are spread out everywhere. And the monasteries everywhere, you know.
Il Tibet è molto vasto ed è pieno di monasteri.
So then also different lineages, and we don't know how many yogis alive right now.
Ci sono anche molti lignaggi e non sappiamo quali sono e quanti sono gli yogi viventi attualmente in Tibet.
So then also we have to know what means yogis. So what are you really talking about yogi means?
Dobbiamo anche sapere cosa significa yogi, di cosa parliamo quando diciamo yogi.
So we have to first you know, recognize yogi, what means yogi, right?
Quindi dobbiamo riconoscere il significato della parola yogi, giusto?
So which kind you thinking about yogi means hippie or yappy, or they have many things, right? We could usually talk people.
In genere viene associato a diverse parole come
Or crazy people, or mental crazy people, or which kind of yogi you think?
hippie o gente un po' pazza, insomma, dipende a quale yogi voi vi riferite.
And the Malarepa, yogi means he's a crazy people, he recognizes yogi.
Per Milarepa yogi significa pazzo.
So then that word is, I don't think, suitable for here in this culture, right? Crazy people is yogi.
Ma non è adatto questo significato nella cultura moderna. Si può usare come definizione della parola yogi, inteso come pazzo.
So Malarepa's teacher is Marpa Losava. Marpa Losa, he says his gurus are crazy. He says, I am crazy. And my also disciples are crazy, future or followers are crazy.
Il maestro di Milarepa diceva di se stesso di essere un pazzo e che tutti i suoi seguaci lo erano, i suoi studenti.
So then that crazy means like which kind you think about crazy?
Bisogna intenderci sul significato della parola pazzo. Che tipo di pazzia?
So just my understand, maybe it can be wrong. You know, my understand opinion, crazy means someone has a different perception they ask through the meditation, you know, not the become mental problem, different perceptions. Someone, you know, receive this, the high level Mahamudra Dzogchen teaching, and their practice, they change the perceptions, become the no same perception as our ordinary, you know, people's perception. So they have their own different perception. So then their view perception and our ordinary people's perception didn't go along together. So that is I call the yogis.
La mia opinione, la mia idea su che cosa significa essere pazzo, forse mi posso anche sbagliare, è una pazzia che è una percezione diversa della realtà a cui si arriva dopo una lunga pratica, dopo aver gli insegnamenti Mahamudra Dzogchen, e quindi si arriva a una percezione diversa da quella ordinaria.
Make sense or no?
Ha senso?
Yeah, so then, you know, we must have to have a yogi means a different perception, because through the practice and they get realization. So
yogi significa pazzo nel senso che è il risultato della pratica.
long as the realization, there cannot be same opinion with us. If they are same opinion with us, they cannot be yogi.
E la realizzazione significa E se è una condizione che non è la nostra, se è quella ordinaria, allora non è uno yogi.
Then some, this have a scare for yogis, a scare for method. Even they are no same opinion, but they just agree with us, our perception, and follow our perception.
Gli yogi sono in grado di percepire, di avere la nostra percezione, quindi la mantengono, non la perdono.
Some yogis never agreed our perception. Then we didn't go along together, that kind of yogi.
Quindi non cercano di cambiare la nostra percezione, accettano.
So that's why is many diversity yogis, not always the same.
Questo non vale per tutti gli yogi.
Yeah, so we cannot like one example yogi to think everyone or yogi is the same like that. That also becoming misunderstand. The point is there are many diversity yogis. Some even they don't accept they knows our perception is wrong, but they knows our perception. They follow our perception, and they have things for us. And some, just I told you, they never agree to anything, our perception. They always stay with it, they're alone. They never go with people. That even goes with the people, never go along together.
Gli yogi non vanno molto d'accordo con le persone ordinarie perché non hanno quel tipo di percezione ordinaria, quindi per questo vivono isolati, però non manifestano la loro reale percezione, il frutto della realizzazione.
Then some yogi is also kind of like no education yogis.
Alcuni yogi non ricevono un'educazione.
Because without education, still you can realize.
E anche se non si è studiati, non si è colti, si può ottenere la realizzazione.
Realization is not due to your education and your learning study only.
La realizzazione non dipende dallo studio, da quanto si è studiato.
So realizations come from our devotion, Guru's blessing, and all these connections. Also, even you don't know how to read and write, still can be realized.
Anche se non si è in grado di leggere o di scrivere, la realizzazione dipende dalla connessione, dalla devozione, dalla benedizione dei maestri, quindi ci si può realizzare.
So I know there kind of some yogis, but they're less benefit for others. But they have their own realization. So I can say like less benefit for other means like sharing the teaching, activity, less benefit, but they also have their own power, some, healings and other ways like benefit, but not, sharing and giving education like for guiding the meditating and others. So that kind of way is less benefit.
Ci sono poi anche degli yogi che non danno beneficio agli altri nel termini di non danno insegnamenti, ma magari sviluppano delle capacità e possono per esempio curare le persone e quindi offrire meno benefici agli altri in senso letterale.
So then some yogis is philosophers that knows all this Dharma teaching, at the same time they have realized this. That comes two together and then more benefit for other beings.
Altri yogi invece sono anche dei filosofi e quando questo si accompagna con la realizzazione possono dare insegnamenti del Dharma e questo gli possono dare un grande beneficio agli altri.
So in Tibet, each lineage has both this kind of yogis.
E in Tibet tutti gli lignaggi hanno questi due tipi di yogi.
And then many yogis, so you wanted to hear like previous long time ago yogis, and some you want to hear in this time yogis, right?
Magari volete conoscere degli yogi contemporanei di quest'epoca.
The previous like that long time, ago history, the yogi, the most famous, so all the Tibetan lineage recognize, everyone agreed and everyone respect is the Milarepa is the king of yogi.
Tutti gli ignagi riconoscono Milarepa essere il re di tutti gli yogi.
So you want to know some short story Milarepa, or you know already Milarepa story?
Volete sentire alcune storie su Milarepa o le conoscete già?
Yes, what?
Let's hear the story.
Here's the story, yeah.
Volete sentire le storie?
So then also we have some Milarepa's song of realization. You're going to use that tonight. So we have some singers in the zone. They're going to sing that realization song. That also knows like yogis how to dealing with other people. You know.
Più tardi sentiremo anche delle canzoni sulla realizzazione di Milarepa.
So then we have the line of Milarepa's like short story. Actually, this all realizer is go through very difficult in life.
Milarepa ha avuto una vita molto difficile.
So all the difficulty and suffering, everything is transformed. Who can take on the path? So then that person can be realized, can be yogi.
Trasformando le difficoltà della vita e la sofferenza nella realizzazione, allora si diventa yogi.
So we also can be yogi in this lifetime. So if you can hinder your suffering, if we cannot hinder our own suffering, we cannot take our own suffering on the path, we cannot be yogi in this life.
Possiamo essere yogi in questa vita mettendo fine alla nostra sofferenza, portandola nella via.
Okay, so then Milarepa, have long story. Not possible to just going to finish it tonight.
La vita di Milarepa è molto lunga e non è possibile raccontarla in una sera sola.
Just very short way, Milarepa was born wealthy family. His father is rich and a business person. So then Milarepa was born not too long. His father is passed away.
Vi posso raccontare la versione un po' più breve. Milarepa veniva da una famiglia benestante, il padre era ricco e poi a un certo punto il padre muore.
So then father, when he passing, that time he, how to say his suggestion or he wrote the word, right? Yeah. So his instruction is, until my son grow up, please help uncle and auntie. Everything you can take care, that he give it to them. Until take him. His all the house, material, everything. And when my son grow up, please give back to him. So that is when he die, his message.
Quindi fece un testamento chiedendo che tutto fosse conservato finché Milarepa non fosse diventato adulto.
So that time, in Tibet, the culture and where Milarepa was born is very hard place, remote area, and have to work very hard for physically.
A quel tempo la vita in Tibet era molto dura fisicamente.
So then their family has a home and of course farms, lots of farms. And for work for farms, mostly the men have to work or the hard work in the farm.
E la famiglia aveva delle fattorie e in genere il lavoro nelle fattorie era svolto dagli uomini.
So that's why when his father passed and he knows his wife cannot do that, that's why he asked uncle and auntie's family, help his family until his son can take care.
Così quando morì lasciò il testamento chiedendo alla sua famiglia, dato che la moglie non era in grado di gestire di fare questo lavoro, chiese ai suoi parenti di occuparsene fino a quando Milarepa non sarebbe stato adulto.
So the uncle and auntie actually, of course they're very happy take everything. They say, yes, we're going to do that. But after they took everything, and Milarepa's mother and Milarepa, and he has one sister there, they make them is serving for them.
E furono molto felici ovviamente di prendersi tutto e cosa accade che la madre di Milarepa e la sorella furono ridotti a fare servire i loro parenti.
So many years the Malarepa's family is suffering through the uncles, auntie treated really bad, put them job to do all the serving, the works for them.
E quindi hanno passato degli anni molto duri perché praticamente erano ridotti a fare i servi.
So the Malarepa mother is very strong. She has patience. She waits until her son grow up to take care. So when her son is maybe 13 years old, something, then she said, "My son can take care. So please beg to everything for my family, what belong to everything." So she recourse to the uncle and auntie.
Quindi quando Milarepa crebbe, la madre chiese alla famiglia di restituire tutte le proprietà.
The uncle auntie, denied it. They said they don't receive anything from your husband. We don't have anything.
E quindi la famiglia disse no, noi non ti diamo niente, non abbiamo ricevuto niente.
Also, Malarepa mother actually make the small party for them and for the guests. Village people asked to come, and the uncle, auntie, everyone come to the party, and she requested during that time. They denied it, and they beat the Malarepa's mother, and they left.
E tutto questo accade durante una festa che la madre di Milarepa aveva dato, in cui aveva invitato tutte le persone del villaggio. E non solo i parenti negarono di possedere queste proprietà, ma addirittura picchiarono la madre di Milarepa e furono costretti ad
So
andarsene.
then the Malarepa, the area, the village, local people, no one speak up. That just everyone scared that the power of the uncle, auntie's home family is more powerful. So they stay quiet.
E anche se le persone del villaggio sapevano bene come stavano le cose, però nessuno osò prendere le difese di Milarepa, perché i parenti di Milarepa erano una famiglia molto potente.
So actually, the Malarepa's mother, asked to this village people come to party. The reason is their weakness, but then no one speak up.
E quindi la madre di Milarepa aveva invitato queste persone proprio perché sapevano come stavano le cose, ma nessuno parlò a loro favore.
So then Malarepa mother told Malarepa, you have to learn black magic. We cannot do any other than that for them destroy. So she wanted to destroy their family.
E quindi la madre chiese a Milarepa di distruggere questa famiglia con la magia nera.
So she sent Malarepa to learn the black magic, and when Malarepa had no choice, he had to go because mother told him he had to go to learn black magic, but he is still teenager, very young.
Quindi Milarepa non restava che obbedire alla madre, alla richiesta della madre di fare questa magia nera, e Milarepa era giovane, era un ragazzo e quindi non poteva rifiutarsi.
They also he know all this, the story, like what happened in his family, or he know that.
E sapeva bene come stavano le cose della famiglia, delle proprietà della famiglia.
And mother also told him, if you come back, no any result comes, you just come back home, then mother told him, I'm going to die, suicide in front of you. So Malarepa actually no choice, have to learn black magic.
E la madre lo mise di fronte alla scelta: o tu fai questa magia nera oppure io muoio.
So then he had to go long journey, looking to the black magic teacher.
E quindi si mise in viaggio, un lungo viaggio, per cercare un maestro di magia nera.
And there are many young children, kids, family said to, learn something from that teacher. Many kids there. Malarepa was there. The teacher, actually, the black magic teacher, he didn't really share that much black magic teaching. And he shared just some basic things.
Andò da questo maestro di magia nera, però questo maestro non insegnava molto, non condivideva molto della sua conoscenza.
So the other kids just said they are satisfied, they went back to home. Then Malarepa just stayed there, he never go home. And then his teacher told him, why you not going home? So then Malarepa told him, I cannot go home because my mother is going to die. So I scared to go back home.
Quindi c'erano anche altri studenti i quali si accontentavano di questi insegnamenti e non se ne andavano, quindi invece Milarepa rimase. Il maestro gli disse: ma perché non te ne vai, perché sei rimasto? E lui disse: io devo assolutamente rimanere perché se non imparo la magia nera mia madre muore.
So what he learned from the teacher, the teaching, he knows like no power, no cannot do anything much.
E non imparò però molto da questo maestro.
So then the teacher hear everything from Milarepa. So when he sent, his attendant to the village, investigate is Milarepa what he says, everything is true or not.
E lo mandò al paese di vicino per sapere se quello che insegnava era vero, no, efficace o no.
So then the messenger come back, he said Milarepa's what he's saying or is truth.
E quindi tornarono dicendo che quello che Milarepa diceva era vero.
Then the teacher, really teach him for black magic. He put in the Milarepa, a very special location and the remote area, and so make all this, have to follow tradition to learn. I think this black magic, because you have to go to look to the sky and the mountain, all this direction, which kind of place you have to practice.
Quindi mandò per verificare che Milarepa gli aveva detto la verità, mandò dei messaggeri al suo villaggio e tornarono e disse sì, Milarepa dice il vero. E quindi questo maestro decide di insegnargli la magia nera e quindi lo mandò in posti isolati dove era possibile lavorare sulle varie direzioni, avere la vastità, insomma, il cielo aperto.
Yeah, so many congregation need so that cause congregation everything, correctly, they find, and then Milarepa practice this black magic. He shared the teaching for him.
E quindi gli insegnò precisamente tutti questi insegnamenti della magia nera che lui applicò.
So takes time, the Milarepa accomplishments, the result. So then the teacher told him, no, you can go to destroy your enemies.
Quindi quando poi realizzò questi insegnamenti, il suo maestro gli disse: ok, adesso tu puoi tornare a casa e distruggere i tuoi nemici.
So Milarepa went back to his hometown. It's not in the city, village, but he can see the village. And the mountain view, all the way long to he can see his village. So then he practiced at that place.
Quindi tornò al suo villaggio e continuò a praticare.
So then he used this black magic power, in the village, his uncle and auntie, there's a big party, wedding, party there has their family.
Lui usò questo potere durante una festa che questi suoi parenti avevano dato in occasione di un matrimonio.
So during that time, he used black magic, and so through the black magic in Tibet, first floor, the house has a horse.
Durante questa festa usò questa magia nera. In Tibet le case al piano terra dove stanno gli animali.
Second floor, third floor, usually the people live.
E le persone vivono nel secondo e terzo piano.
So then the horse saw some, dangerous things, and they kick each other, and kick to the pillar, the house. So the whole house is clubbed.
Quindi applicò questa magia nera e fece in modo che tutta questa casa crollò, dove si trovavano tutte queste persone.
So through that, then uncles, son, aunties, son and daughter, and they're going to marry, like fiancés, then many people dead.
E quindi tutta la famiglia dei suoi parenti, con tutti gli invitati, morirono.
So uncle, auntie are not in that house yet.
Però gli zii non erano in questa casa.
They did die dead at that time.
E quindi non morirono in quella circostanza.
So actually they needed to have more for Malarepa, that also no die, there is good reason to no die, I think.
Quindi insomma non era dal punto di vista di Milarepa, non aveva ottenuto il risultato che voleva.
So then that Malarepa mother seeing or saw the houses collapse, people die, crying, and then she went to top of her house, use the fly, and she said, La Jalo Kihi, usually Tibetan sometimes like say they are winner, So she did that.
E la madre di Milarepa vide il crollo di questa casa, sentì le persone gridare, allora andò a casa sua e fece inneggiò e era molto contenta di quello che era successo.
So then the uncle really upset, anger, he used, take his knife, she's saying that his Malarepa's mother, the village people stop him, they told him don't do, otherwise Malarepa going to kill everyone, please stop.
Lo zio allora, preso dalla rabbia, voleva uccidere la madre di Milarepa, ma i paesani gli dissero no, fermati, perché se lo fai poi Milarepa si vendica.
Anyway, then everyone scared for Malarepa's mother, no one can touch her.
E quindi tutti, dato che erano spaventati, avevano paura di Milarepa, sua madre era intoccabile.
So due to that, then still long story, but we don't have time, okay? He did another black magic.
La storia è molto lunga, comunque lui fece un'altra magia nera.
So his mother, sent another letter to him.
La madre di Milarepa
you did a good job, but still she is not satisfied.
scrisse una lettera a Milarepa dicendo ok, hai fatto un buon lavoro, però non sono ancora soddisfatta.
So you have to make something really bad for whole village people, because they all, follow by, or this, they didn't speak truth.
Devi fare qualcosa di brutto anche alle persone del villaggio, perché non ci hanno difeso.
They have very beautiful way to she sent to letter to Malarepa. She's a very skillful lady.
Era insomma una persona che è molto, molto temibile.
Yeah, so she just wrote a letter, and somebody like Johnny, Yogis go everywhere. She, saw the Yogis cloth, and she put a letter under here and the cloth. He didn't know letter is there. So through that way, Malarepa received the letter.
Mandò questa lettera infilandola negli abiti di Yogic, che se non se ne accorse. In questo modo questa lettera arrivò a Milarepa.
So second magic, then Malarepa used the, thunderstorm.
La magia che questa volta Milarepa usò fu quella dei fulmini.
Thunderstorm, then big storm hairs, use that destroy all the crops.
E quindi con la grandine distrusse tutto il raccolto, tutto il grano.
So then this thunderstorm is very powerful, and this hair is very strong. So many birds, even rabbits, other small animals killed, loud.
Ma questa tempesta fu molto violenta e quindi questa grandine distrusse il suo raccolto, ma uccise anche molti animali.
So Malarepa saw this dead body, he collect everything in his cloth, and then all dead body take to, front of his teacher.
Allora raccolse tutti questi animali morti e li portò dal suo maestro.
So Malarepa also upset because he killed so many other animals, reasons.
Era molto triste perché aveva ucciso molti animali senza nessun motivo.
Then this black magic teacher also really scared.
E anche questo maestro di magia nera era molto spaventato.
He really scared also. He told Malarepa, last night I have a, benefactor also passed away. He wanted to help, but he don't have any ability to help his benefactor. And now you and I did so much negativity through this black magic. So then this black magic told him, you have to learn Dharma because you're young, you can learn Dharma. He said, I told I cannot go. In Tibet at that time, very hard to learn Dharma, no same is like this time.
Questo maestro gli disse: guarda, sei giovane, è meglio che impari il Dharma. A quel tempo era molto difficile avere accesso all'insegnamento, perché così non va bene, hai fatto molte azioni negative.
Then this teacher said to recommend another teacher, and that teacher recommended another teacher.
Prima lo mandò da un maestro e questo maestro poi lo mandò da un altro maestro.
So then Malalepa looking the Dharma teacher, so he found another Zochi master teacher.
Quindi Milarepa si mise a cercare un maestro e trovò un maestro docente.
So Zochi master teacher, and he shared the teaching to Malarepa, and he told Malarepa, if you use this teaching, you can be enlightening very fast, maybe as long as you practice.
Quindi impartì insegnamenti Dzogchen a Milarepa dicendogli che se li avesse praticati avrebbe potuto raggiungere la realizzazione in modo molto veloce in questa vita.
The point that Malarepa get a little bit ego because he think, oh, I'm really lucky person. I wanted to do black magic. Found the teacher. I'm very successful. No, I wanted to do Dharma, and I found the teacher. He told me I can be easily enlightening, so I can do enlightenment very easy. Then he didn't put effort.
Quindi l'ego di Milarepa era molto grande, perché si disse, volevo fare la magia nera, sono andato al maestro, l'ho imparata e l'ho applicata. Adesso sono stato fortunato, ho trovato un maestro di insegnamenti Dzogchen nel quale mi dice che posso molto facilmente ottenere la realizzazione, e quindi non applicò nessuno sforzo, non si impegnò.
So then teacher come to check Malarepa, so he's know the Malarepa is not going to progress in anything.
Quindi il maestro controllò Milarepa, ma si rese conto che Milarepa non
The teacher he recognized his teaching is not going to benefit for him.
E quindi il maestro si rese conto che questo insegnamento non era di beneficio a Milarepa.
So then that teacher recommend, he told you have to go to see Marpa Lotava.
E quindi gli disse di andare da
Marpa Lota. Yeah. So then he told that teacher is you have connection.
Perché secondo questo maestro Milarepa aveva una connessione con questo maestro.
So Milarepa heard the Marpa Lota's name, then Milarepa just paused.
E quindi quando sentì,
tears comes from his eye.
Quando sentì solo pronunciare il nome, rimase immobile e cominciò a piangere.
All the his body hairs go up and very strong feeling. So
gli si drizzarono i peli del corpo, ebbe delle sensazioni molto, molto forti.
So through that, then Milarepa he promised himself, I'm going to see that teacher, whatever I have to put hardship.
E quindi si ripromise ad andare da questo maestro e impegnarsi.
So then Milarepa looking journey to, another journey looking to his teacher Marpa Lotava.
E quindi andò alla ricerca di Marpa Lotava.
So that's also a long journey, go everywhere, ask everyone where is Marpa Lotava. So then
il viaggio fu molto lungo perché non sapeva dove stava e chiedeva a chiunque dove fosse.
The last day, so Milarepa going to meet Marpa Lota.
L'ultimo giorno quando incontrò Marpa Lota.
Then Marpa Lota also has a dream.
Marpa Lota aveva avuto un sogno.
His dream is, his Marpa Lota's teacher is called Naropa.
E il suo maestro si chiamava Naropa.
So Naropa come to his dream and he has one stupa.
E Naropa nel suo sogno aveva uno stupa.
So Naropa give to Marpa Lota, this stupa you have to clean up.
Chiedendo a Marpa Lota di pulire questo stupa.
So then he give also wares and some nectars and told him you have to clean this stupa and this stupa shines in the world. Same as the sun.
E se l'avrebbe pulito sarebbe brillato come il sole.
So that dream Marpa Lota has, he wake up, he knows some special students coming to him.
Quando Marpa Lota si svegliò, si rese conto che stava per arrivare uno studente molto speciale.
So Marpa Lota is, not the monk, he's the yogi. Yogi means just, another way, he has family.
Yes.
He has a family, he has a wife and a son.
Non era uno yogi come lo immaginiamo noi, aveva una famiglia, aveva un figlio.
So he wake up, then he told his wife, today I have to go to work the farm.
Quindi quando si svegliò disse a sua moglie che doveva andare a una fattoria.
So then he told, I need all this, the yards, like the work the farm need two yards joined together and have to plow, right? Plow the farm.
E quindi aveva bisogno dei yak per arare il terreno.
Yeah, so then he told her, I need a bear.
E quindi ho bisogno di un orso.
Okay, so then his wife told her, no, you shouldn't do that because you are very respect teacher, high teacher, and if you do that, other people are going to criticize you.
La moglie lo sconsigliò perché gli disse tu sei un...
So Mata Loza is a very, wrathful, so he said, what I say, my order do, she don't have choice.
Gli disse no, tu sei un maestro di alto lignaggio, non puoi fare questi lavori perché sennò la gente ti critica, ma lui fu determinato e quindi ogni sua richiesta era un ordine.
So then Mata Loza went to the farm and he meeting Malarepa. So Malarepa is looking Mata Loza, he asked everyone, where do you know Mata Loza? So he meet on the farm.
E quindi incontrò Milarepa in questa fattoria dove trovò Milarepa che chiedeva in giro dove lui fosse.
Then Malarepa told him, do you know Marpa Lozavan?
E quindi Milarepa gli chiese
Actually,
conosci
he
Marco Loza?
asked the person is Marpa Lozavan.
E lo chiese a Marco Loza.
So then Marpa Loza told him, first you have to drink this beer. He gave the beer for him.
Gli disse prima devi bere questa birra.
And then drink this and you walk this farm and then I'll tell you.
E attraversi questa fattoria e io ti seguo.
So Malarepa accepted, he drank whole beer. Marpa Loza gave it to him.
E quindi Milarepa accettò e beve tutta la birra che gli aveva dato.
Then Marpa Loza very happy because he can receive the teachings.
E Marco Loza era molto contento perché questo significava che poteva accettare, cogliere i suoi
It's a testing,
Era un test, era una prova.
And then he asked to do farm, work the farm. So Malarepa accepted. He did everything completely.
E quindi gli chiese di lavorare in questa fattoria e gli fece tutto.
So that sound also he can accomplishment in practice.
Questa era una pratica di grande impegno.
So during that time, Malarepa doing the work in the farm, Marpa Loza went back to his home.
E mentre Milarepa lavorava nella fattoria, il suo maestro tornò a casa sua.
So Malarepa take care everything farm and all this, everything take care and finish it, completion, then come to the house looking Marpa Loza.
E quando finì i lavori nella fattoria andò a cercare Marco Loza a casa sua.
So when he asked question again, like he saw the same person in the farm, and he asked, do you know Marpa Loza? So then Marpa Loza told him, I am Marpa Loza, do post it.
E quindi incontrò però la stessa persona che aveva visto la fattoria. Quindi
Then Malarepa did the postation to Malarepa postation to Marpa Loza and asked, request a teaching.
E quindi si prostrò di fronte a Marco Loza e gli chiese
So he requests, I want to offer you my body speech, and also please, give me everything, food, drinks, what he need, and give me Dharma teachings.
Ti offro il mio corpo, la mia voce e la mia mente, in cambio ti chiedo di darmi insegnamenti del Dharma.
Then Marpa Loza told him, I have so many students, like I never see like same is like you before, like too much hambachimbo is like courage or like ego or like I want everything, no one said that.
Io ho avuto tanti studenti, ma non ho mai incontrato uno studente come te, così con questo ego, con questa voglia.
You want the Dharma teaching or you want the food and the clothes?
Ma vuoi insegnamenti del Dharma o vuoi cibo e vestiti?
He told him, you have only one choice.
Puoi avere una sola cosa.
So then Malarepa said, I try to look other things for, I can bake other food, others. I try to get food from others. Just give me Dharma teaching.
Voglio insegnamenti del Dharma perché il cibo e i vestiti li posso avere da altre parti.
Then Marpa Loza, he said he's going to give Dharma teaching. He give refuge, teaching and saramane.
E quindi a Saramani Mahalosa gli ha dato gli insegnamenti, il rifugio.
Then Marpa Loza told him, so you have to burn the house.
E quindi Mahalosa gli disse che doveva bruciare una casa.
So Marpa Loza told him, I need a house. So you have to burn the house first. Then I'll give you teaching.
Quindi aveva bisogno di una casa.
So build the house.
Devi costruire una casa e dopo che l'hai costruita io ti do gli
So he gave all the architecture draw, Marpa Loza draw all the architecture. So then he showed the place to where he had to build the house.
Quindi Mahalosa gli fece vedere dove voleva questa casa e tutti la piantina di questa casa.
And then Malarepa build the house is is only his hand. He don't have any other tools.
E costruì quindi questa casa.
All carry the stones is his bag, and he during the time is many stories like during that time he tried to receive teaching. Marpa Loza denied, he didn't give teaching. So he finished the whole house, built up.
Però doveva portare tutto il materiale da solo, non aveva un cavallo, non c'era niente, quindi doveva portare su tutto da solo finché non costruì tutta la casa.
So the point Marpa Loza told him this house is wrong.
Marpa Loza gli disse no, questa casa non va bene.
Incorrect. He let him to take down everything and put back to where he get stones or back to where they get first,
Quindi doveva smontare tutto, non solo, doveva riportare tutto il materiale dove aveva preso.
So that is like he did let him to build the 4 houses, actually 4 directions.
E quindi questo chiese di costruire 4 case in 4 direzioni.
And then it takes 7 years, and during that, he built the 4 houses. All the last one he lived, other all take down.
Ci mise 7 anni per costruire queste 4 case. L'ultima rimase in piedi dove lui visse, mentre tutte le altre ha dovuto smontarle e smantellarle.
So within 7 years, Marpa Loza didn't give really Dharma teaching to Malarepa, like same as other students.
In questi 7 anni Marpa Loza non gli dette nessun insegnamento.
When other students gathering like this way, receive the teaching, when Malarepa come in, then Marpa Loza stopped. He told Fountain to Malarepa, get out. If he don't go out, then he throw everything. Then he don't go, he just come to beat and take to outside too.
Quando dava insegnamenti ai suoi studenti, Milarepa magari arrivava, lo cacciava via, gli diceva no, devi andare, devi uscire, se lui rimaneva lo faceva picchiare, allontanare.
So he just extremely, sacrifice for, Dharma. I mean, try to receive, but he, Marpa Loza didn't give him teaching.
Ed è stato un grande sacrificio che
Even after 4 these houses are built, after he didn't give teaching.
E neanche dopo aver costruito queste 4 case ricevette insegnamenti.
So there are many stories like each between, we don't have time to go all these things. But then, after 4 houses are built and many congregation circumstances, Malarepa have to go other teachers. Then he have to come back again, Marpa Loza. So then last day Malarepa make decision he going to suicide himself because he think I only want to receive teaching from Marpa Loza. And he no give me and I don't have opportunity, fortune to receive Dharma in this life. So no, I have to die because I make so much difficult for other students.
E durante questi 7 anni ci sono molte storie, insomma adesso non possiamo raccontarle tutte. E dopo questi anni lui disse, va bene, allora dato che non ci sono circostanze per ricevere questi insegnamenti, allora tanto vale che forse devo morire.
So now he changed everything. So first he think I'm the best, like I'm fortunate person in the world. Now he think I'm fortunate one in the world.
Prima era partito pensando di essere la persona più fortunata del mondo.
He completely purified ego and its negative karma all through this hard difficult shell. Then He
Consumò
purified.
tutto il suo ego, purificò tutto il suo karma negativo grazie a tutto questo lavoro di questi anni.
He ready to society himself. The Marpa Lords are calling him to come.
E quindi finalmente Mampalosa lo chiamò.
You can receive teaching.
Gli disse che era pronto a ricevere insegnamenti.
So then Marpa Lords give him teaching and training him, like guide him. Malarepa went to the mountains, like many years, meditate. So long stories. We not possible to going to go through these stories.
E con questi insegnamenti si ritirò in montagna, meditò molti anni, ci sono tantissime storie che adesso non possiamo raccontare.
So then the point is Malarepa receive all this teaching. He put effort, practice. His one lifetime enlightenment, realization, enlightenment.
Grazie a tutto questo lavoro, a tutto questo impegno nella pratica, riuscì a ottenere la realizzazione nell'arco di una vita.
So his stories usually go to three different sections. Like first part is like his journey under the teacher, and then second section is Marpa Lords are giving him hardship to all the way he received teaching to went to his hometown, and then after he meditated and practiced enlightened, he guided student until passing nirvana. So three, sections he has.
Quindi Milarepa attraversò 3 fasi della sua vita, la prima è quella appunto della storia con la sua famiglia, poi la seconda quando ottenne gli insegnamenti, praticò duramente, ottenne l'illuminazione, l'ultima parte della sua vita insegnò a sua volta fino a 40 anni.
So now we're going to look to the Malarepa. He shared the teaching for other benefits.
Milarepa insegnò per il beneficio, dette insegnamenti per il beneficio degli altri.
And we're going to follow by Song of Realization.
In seguito alla sua realizzazione.
So, Song of Realization, and Virginia are going to sing first, and then we're going to share short teaching through that.
Prima canteremo la canzone che canta la realizzazione di Milarepa e a seguire c'è un breve insegnamento basato su questo campo.
So that sadhana we can share too in here, right? Or everyone maybe.
I can prefer songs from here as well.
Oh, songs through that way.
Sullo schermo metterò
Okay,
la
songs go
canzone.
through that way. Then, where is that teaching? This makes songs, right?
Now you can speak.
Okay. Can you hear? In the Zoom, right? I think Zoom can hear.
Yes, we can hear.
So Virginia going to sing this, I think, song 14 here. Romans wrote in the Dharma. Maybe I'll share shorter here. Teaching. So Malarepa has okay a lot of followers. Malarepa followers mostly is lay practitioner.
La maggior parte dei seguaci di Milarepa non erano monaci.
So then Malarepa followers, is women and men and many diversity students.
Tra i suoi studenti c'erano uomini, donne, molti studenti molto devoti.
Then of course Malarepa has a lot of monastic followers, so the more he focused for the lay practitioners.
Anche se c'erano molti tra i seguaci, molti monaci, però si concentrava la sua attenzione soprattutto sui non monaci.
Then if we look to Malarepa the story and how he shared the teaching, usually stay in the mountain. But when ready to benefit someone karma is happening, so then he come to the tomb and knock the door.
La maggior parte delle volte stava in meditazione in montagna, ma quando maturava il karma, allora scendeva in città per dare insegnamenti.
So no, this song, up thanks to our gurus. So of course Malarepa homage to his guru. And first I read this story and then go to the song, I think.
Prima leggo questa storia e poi passiamo al canto.
Once Gypsy Malarepa intended to go to North Horse Gate Snow Mountain to practice meditation.
Una volta Milarepa volle andare alle porte del nord, del cavallo del nord, nelle montagne innevate per praticare la meditazione.
On the way he come to Goda lesson in the district of Jong.
Per la strada arrivò a Gedalesum nel distretto di Jung.
So it was autumn and the villagers were busy harvesting.
E i paesani erano impegnati nel raccolto.
In a large field, a very beautiful girl.
E in un grande campo c'era una bellissima ragazza,
about 15 years of age,
circa di 15 anni,
was leading a group of laborers.
che conduceva un gruppo di lavoratori.
She is the leader, she's the group of the leader and I think looks like she's the owner of the farm.
Probabilmente era la proprietaria di questa fattoria.
She seems to have all the qualifications of Angel of Wisdom, Dakini.
Sembrava avere tutte le qualifiche di un angelo di saggezza, cioè di una Dakini.
So Malarepa said this girl, he recognized she has the Dharma quality.
Quindi vedendo questa ragazza capì che aveva le qualità del Dharma.
Malarepa approached her and said,
Milarepa la avvicinò e le disse,
Dear patrons,
cara patronessa,
please give me alms.
Dammi i tuoi... No.
Dear Yogi, please go to my house.
Caro Yogi, puoi andare a casa mia?
So she responded, Malarepa, go to my house.
Quindi disse a Milarepa di andare a casa sua.
God replied, it is over there. Wait for me at the door, I will come directly.
E gli disse di andare a casa sua, di aspettarlo lì.
So God told Malarepa, go there, I'll come, Then accordingly, Malarepa went to her home.
Quindi Milarepa andò a casa sua.
Pushed the door open with stuff.
Quindi aprì la porta con tutte le sue
So
cose.
Malarepa actually unmistakably opened, he hit the button and opened the door. I think he mistakenly opened the door.
E aprì forse la porta per sbaglio, andando a sbattere.
So then
Immediately an ugly woman.
Where is that?
Immediately an
Immediately an ugly old woman with a handful of ashes rushed at him, shooting. So all the women come out, she is anger and she has this ashes in her hand.
Subito apparve un'anziana che aveva in mano della cenere che si precipitò da lui urlando.
You miserable yogi beggars. So she upset with them, you know.
Era molto arrabbiata, insultandolo, miserabile, mendicante.
She's saying these bad words to Milarepa. I never see you in one place.
Non ti ho mai visto da nessuna parte.
So to say the yogi means like they go everywhere, you know, they don't stay one place.
Perché in genere gli yogi sono nomadi, non stanno mai fermi in un
If
stesso
you
posto.
stay always one house, one home, that means no yogi.
Se invece dimoravi in una sola posto, allora non eri uno yogi.
Yeah. So
In the summer,
in the summer you all show up begging for milk and butter.
d'estate scendi e chiedi, fai l'elemosina chiedendo latte e burro,
In the winter you all come for grain.
mentre in inverno vieni a chiedere il grano.
Whether you wanted to sneak in to stare my daughters and lost jewelry, right?
Tu sei entrato, ti sei intrufolato qui per rubare i gioielli di mia figlia e di mia cognata.
Grumbling and trembling with rage.
Tremava, talmente arrabbiata.
She was able to throw the ashes at Milarepa.
Stava per lanciare la cenere a Milarepa.
She ready to throw this, ashes Milarepa, yeah? She's really angry.
Era veramente arrabbiata,
Saying all these, harsh words to Milarepa.
urlando tutte queste cose, parole dure.
When he said, wait a minute, so Milarepa told him, wait a minute.
Quindi Milarepa gli disse, aspetta un attimo, nonna.
This is the Milarepa's method, wait a minute. He got many difficulty like this, not only this one. Hunter almost shoot arrow him, he said, wait a minute.
Era la pratica di Milarepa, diceva sempre aspetta un attimo, ogni volta c'era una situazione
He told, wait a minute. Then, grandmother, please listen to me.
Nonna, ascoltami.
He then sang a song with 9 meanings.
E quindi cantò una canzone che aveva 9 significati.
So 9 meanings a song. And now we can hear from this song from Virginia.
E quindi
She can
possiamo
sing.
sentire e cantare questa canzone.
Okay, so
Hi Kempola. Hi everyone. Hi Sangha. Thank you for the opportunity. Above is the auspicious heaven. Below are the 3 paths of misery. In between are those who are not free to choose the birth. All these 3 all converge to you. Grandmother, you are an angry woman, and dislike the Dharma. Question your own thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teaching. You need a qualified and dependable guru. Think carefully, dear lady, when you first were sent here, did you dream you would become an old nanny goat? Did you dream you would become an old nanny goat? In the morning you get up from bed. In the evening you go to sleep. In between you do the endless housework. You are engrossed in these 3 things. Grandmother, you are the unpaid maid. No question your soul, thought and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teachings. You need a qualified and dependable guru, and then things is the most important one. Income and earnings are the next most longed for things. Then sons and nephews are wanted most. By these three things you are bound. Grandmother, for yourself you have no share. So question your own thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice Buddha's teachings. You need a qualified and dependable guru, and then things may be different for you. Attaining what you want, even though you still getting what you desire, even though you rob, fighting your foe without regard for death and wounds. To these three things you are subjected. Oh grandmother, you're burned up with fury when you come upon your own foe. So question your thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teachings. You need a qualified and dependable guru, and then things may be different for you. Gossip about other women and their manners is what interests you. To the affairs of your own son or nephew you pay attention. To talk of widows and relatives is your delight. These three things are the ones that enchant you. Grandmother, are you so gentle when you gossip? You question your own thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teachings. You need a qualified and dependable guru, and then things may be different for you. And then things may be different for you. To lift you from a chair is like pulling out a peg. With feeble legs you waddle like a thieving goose. Earth and stones seem to shatter when you drop into a seat. Senile and clumsy is your body, grandmother. You have no choice but to obey. So question your own thoughts and mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teachings. What you require is a qualified and dependable guru, and from that you may find out how you may have changed. Your skin is creased with wrinkles, your bones stand out sharply from your shrunken flesh. You are deaf, you are dumb, you are imbecile, eccentric and tottering. You are thrice deformed. Grandmother, your ugly face is wrapped in wrinkles. So question your own thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice all the Buddha's teachings. You need a qualified and dependable guru, and then things may be different for you. Your food and drink are cold, they are cold and foul. Your coat is heavy and in rags. Your bed is so rough it tears the skin. These three things are your constant companions. Grandmother, you are now a wretch, half woman and half bitch. So question your own thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice all the Buddha Buddha's teachings. What you need is a qualified and dependable guru, and then things may be different for you. To attain a higher birth and liberation is harder than to see a star in the daytime. To fall into samsara's wretched path is easy, and so often it happens. Now with fear and grief at heart, you watch the time of the death draw nigh. Tell me, grandmother, can you face death with confidence? Tell me, grandmother, can you face death with confidence? Question your own thoughts and your mind examine. What you need is to practice the teaching of the Buddhas. What you need is a qualified and dependable guru. Dependable guru. What you need is to practice the teaching of the most glorious Buddha. What you need, oh grandmother, is a qualified and dependable guru. Thank you.
Bravo, Virginia, bravo! Bravo, bravo.
Wow. Thank you. So next verse is song. Okay. Where the teaching is the teaching.
Yeah, come in.
I'll share the screen.
Yeah. You want to share?
Yeah, it's okay. Better, yeah, everyone can see. Okay. It's a long song.
Yes.
Really long. This So, what you think that what happened then all the woman after Maladepa sing? Just guess.
Che cosa pensate che possa accadere?
She cries. Why?
Because of realization.
Ah, forse si è realizzata.
I don't know. So everyone guess. Just think.
Qualcuno
Transform. Maybe make more angry.
She wants to study with
forse è diventata più brutta. Voleva studiare con Milarepa.
Okay.
She became feminist and says, no, this man always say bad things about
Si
women.
trasformò nella ragazza, no? Diventa una...
Okay, look to here. Now we go to above this auspicious heaven.
In questo
Below are the three paths of misery.
paradiso di buon auspicio, ci sono sotto ci sono le tre porte
In between are those who are not free to choose their birth.
e in mezzo ci sono coloro che non possono scegliere la loro nascita.
These three all converge on you.
Tutte queste convogliono in te.
Grandmother,
Nonna,
you are an angry woman.
sei una donna arrabbiata.
I think Maladepa make more angry here, right?
L'ha fatta ancora arrabbiare di più.
So think about someone is angry. So you say you are angry. They're more angry or maybe less angry.
Se siete arrabbiati, qualcuno vi dice che siete
So
arrabbiati.
this is the yogis. You know,
come
the
reagite?
yogis saying words is very harsh, complete instruction, directly pointing to our problem.
E quindi lo Yogic parla proprio con parole dure indicando il problema.
And dislike the Dharma.
E non ti piace il Dharma.
See, he said you don't like Dharma. Caution your own thoughts and your mind examining.
Poniti delle domande sui tuoi pensieri e ed esamina la tua mente.
So here, right? You look to yourself.
E quindi disse
Check
la donna di guardare
what
se
are your thoughts, your
stesso,
mind going on.
ai suoi pensieri.
You should practice the Buddha's teaching.
Dovresti praticare gli insegnamenti del Buddha.
You need to qualify and depending upon Guru.
E hai bisogno di un guru qualificato da cui dipendere.
Think carefully, dear lady.
Pensa attentamente, cara signora.
So somewhere he said nicely, dear lady.
Adesso la chiama cara signora.
When you were first sent here,
Quando sei stata mandata qui,
did you dream you would become an old nanny god?
nei tuoi sogni avevi mai pensato di diventare una vecchia oca?
So we, this
capra, scusa. Una vecchia guardiana delle capre?
so we have to know, this like Malaripa actually.
Di fatto Milarepa sta parlando a noi.
So we don't know, but we always think, I'm okay, right? Same is like this, but there goes, month goes, year goes, everything is changing, impermanent.
Si riferisce all'impermanenza, al fatto che tutto cambia negli anni e le cose cambiano.
In the morning you get up from bed.
La mattina ti svegli dal letto.
In the evening you go to sleep.
La sera vai a dormire.
In between you do the endless housework.
E tra le due fai lavori senza fine, i lavori di casa.
So that's all samsaric beings we do, right?
È quello che facciamo sempre nel samsara.
Whole day and worldly activity, then go sleep tiredly.
Ci svegliamo, facciamo un sacco di cose, poi andiamo a letto stanchi.
Three things. Grandmother, you are the unpaid maid.
Nonna, tu sei una impagabile governante.
Caution your own thoughts and your mind exam.
Esamina la tua mente e interrogati sui tuoi pensieri.
So you should practice Buddha's teaching.
Dovresti praticare gli insegnamenti del Buddha.
You need to qualify and depending upon Guru.
E dovresti avere un guru qualificato e
and then things may be different for you.
E allora forse le cose potrebbero cambiare per te.
If we practice Dharma, then we change this worldly activity all the time. We start, worldly activity.
E quindi praticando il Dharma, questa infinita attività mondana a un certo punto si interrompono.
So, in this case, like this old mother, even she is like this already old, but she still not recognize what her own, situation.
E questa donna, pur essendo anziana, può ancora riconoscere qual è la sua condizione.
Still, she is very strong fixation to her home.
E ha una forza attaccamento, fissazione alla casa sua casa.
Growing her daughter and daughter's husband, right?
Su sua nipote e su suo cognato.
So she only want to protect that. She didn't recognize her situation.
E li protegge e non è in grado di riconoscere la sua condizione.
So then think about it. She, don't knowing her, and she don't know she is already changed like that, or she didn't recognize. Same time, she woke early morning to until evening. Is all this worldly things does. But no any benefit, that's why no pay means nothing get benefit for her.
Anche se si sveglia la mattina, fa un sacco di cose, poi va a letto stanca, però non è di beneficio a nessuno, neanche a lei stessa.
Okay, where is this? Okay, this way. Okay. The head of the family is the most important one.
Il capofamiglia è il più importante.
Income and earnings are the next most longed for things.
E i guadagni, gli introiti sono la cosa che più si desidera,
That's right, yeah, true.
è vero, no?
So yogis never lie, they're pointing directly our problems.
E gli yogi non mentono mai,
They say
dicono
always correct.
direttamente i nostri problemi in modo corretto e preciso.
Then sons and nephews are wanted most.
E i figli e i nipoti sono quello che desideriamo di più.
That's the, like always wanting, next, grandson, grandkids. By these three, you are bound.
E siete legati a queste tre
So
cose.
through this perception, fixations, then no any wisdom, open mind recognize what like our own situation.
E quando si è fissati su queste cose, allora non siamo in grado di capire qual è la nostra condizione.
But this teaching, Malariba has sharing song of realization is many people don't want to accept because you like the grandkids, you want the grandkids, right?
Molte persone non accettano questo canto perché il desiderio di avere nipoti è molto forte.
So you have to know, Malariba say, you have that is no problem, but you so strong fixation attached to that, then you're not thinking about only thing yourself for future life.
Il problema è il forte attaccamento, il problema è il grande attaccamento, la grande fissazione su queste cose. E quindi questo crea problemi anche per le vite future.
Yeah, so you can have like grandson, grandkids, you can have jobs, but the point is in this situation, I think we less fixation, less attached to that. So same time, like you have this, same time you have to practice Dharma, know the Dharma is important to your life, not only that, stuck with that situation.
Allora, ovvio che si può lavorare, avere dei figli, dei nipoti, ma il problema è l'attaccamento, la fissazione, quindi questo sono il vero problema.
Grandmother, yourself, you have no share.
Tu non puoi condividere niente.
Question your own thoughts and your mind exam.
Esamina la tua mente e indaga i tuoi pensieri.
So you should practice Buddha's teaching. You need to qualify and depend upon Guru, and then things may be different for you.
E di nuovo ripete, dovresti praticare gli insegnamenti del Buddha, devi avere un maestro qualificato e allora e poi le cose cambiano.
Attaining what you want, even though you stir.
Ottenere ciò che vuoi anche se lo rubi.
Getting what you desire, even though you rob.
Ottenere ciò che desideri anche se lo rubi.
Fighting your foe without regard for death and wounds.
Combattere i tuoi nemici non importa se
la
morte e le ferite.
To these three things you are subjected.
Sei succube di queste tre cose.
Grandmother, you are bound up with fury when you come upon your foe.
Nonna, tu sei consumata dalla furia quando si tratta dei tuoi nemici.
So this the point, like here we are strong desire, anger, and then this, activity.
Desiderio, l'ira.
Through that we are death and wound, so we get suffering for the death, and also we are like get so much suffering through that.
Portano alla morte, alla sofferenza, alle ferite.
That's why so we have to examine ourselves.
Per questo dobbiamo esaminare noi stessi.
So this, Malarepa pointing to just that moment is the order this mother, but actually he pointing to all us,
In questo canto lui sta parlando a questa signora.
Okay.
Invece sta parlando a noi.
So we cannot think, oh, he telling this lady, but actually Malarepa pointing for us.
Lui non parla solo a questa signora, lui parla a noi.
So we have to examine ourselves, we have this problem or not.
Dobbiamo esaminare noi stessi se abbiamo questi problemi o no.
As long as we have this problem, we have to change ourselves.
E se abbiamo questi problemi dobbiamo cambiare.
So how to change, and then we have to think about, our ability.
E come cambiare? Dobbiamo guardare le nostre capacità.
So, we have individually is different individual capacity or, situations. So have to, using this Malarepa's idea, we can change ourselves.
Con queste indicazioni di Milarepa possiamo cambiare noi stessi in base alle nostre capacità, che sono ovviamente ciascuno le sue circostanze.
So no, in this right now, during this kind of time, like our situation in this 21st century,
In questo secolo, in quest'epoca,
right now, this kind of situation you are. So you can have a job, I think, you can have family, you can earn your money, but you cannot fixation all the time thinking about that.
puoi avere un lavoro, puoi avere degli amici, puoi guadagnare, ma la cosa importante è non essere fissati su queste cose.
So our life is not only for the work and think for fixation to in this life.
Quindi la nostra vita non può ridursi solo a fissarsi sulle cose che ci tengono impegnati in questa vita.
So, without the job and homes, we cannot survive ourselves, right?
Senza lavoro, senza casa, ovviamente non possiamo sopravvivere, giusto?
Malarepa, he can survive.
E Milarepa ci è riuscito.
He not rely on any, other like elements, because he is free from elements, obstacles.
Dato che è libero dall'ostacolo degli elementi,
He is liberated.
si è liberato.
So we rely on many things, we need many things, so then we cannot give up many things what we need, but we cannot so strong fixation attached to that.
Non abbiamo bisogno di molte cose per vivere, ma la cosa importante è non fissarsi su queste cose di cui abbiamo bisogno.
So then our time also, not only put 100% for bodily activity, for something, time, like make this time and for the Dharma practice.
E quindi bisogna trovare del tempo da dedicare alla pratica del Dharma.
Even we cannot say with Malarepa in this life, but when we die, we not really regret to die.
Magari non riusciamo a ottenere quello che ha fatto Milarepa, però l'importante è che quando moriamo senza pentirci di nulla.
Yeah, we just need something like peacefully, happily die, yeah?
Dobbiamo morire in pace, felici.
So that's, we have to take this teaching. Malarepa said we have to examine ourselves.
Per questo dobbiamo applicare questo insegnamento di Milarepa che ci invita ad osservare noi stessi.
And then things may be different for you, means like if you change small things, but it's become big benefits.
E anche cambiare solo una piccola cosa, questo è di grande beneficio.
If you are so strong fixation attached to, then really hard this life is miserable, suffering.
Se l'attaccamento, la fissazione è molto forte, questa vita è miserabile, andiamo incontro a grande sofferenza.
So attain what you want, even though you between your desire. We finish this one, right?
Yeah.
And now
We'll finish this one. We are ready.
So now where we are there.
Now we are here, gossip about other women.
Gossip about other women and other manners.
Parlare delle altre donne, di come si comportano.
Is what interests you.
E quello è l'unica cosa che ti interessa.
To the efforts of your own son and nephew, you pay attention.
Ti occupi solo delle questioni di tuo figlio e di tuo nipote.
To talk of wisdom and relativity is your delight.
Parlare di saggezza con i parenti deve essere il tuo piacere.
These three things enchant you.
Queste tre cose ti piacciono.
Enchant you means no benefit, right?
No.
No place you are.
You like to do it.
Oh, like
you
to do,
all
I see.
these things, to
Oh,
talk,
three
to
things.
gossip, to
Oh, yeah.
to take care of your son.
Oh, yeah. Do you like that?
Vi piacciono queste cose?
Sometimes.
A volte.
Okay. So I think this is like worldly people like these things. So Milarepa not telling this only old woman, not only us, that's just generally for all world beings, samsaric beings.
Credo che questo valga per tutti gli esseri che vivono nel samsara.
Then where is ego?
You're so gentle when you gossip.
Grandmother,
I'm so gentle when you gossip.
gentle when you gossip.
Nonna, sei gentile quando parli male degli altri?
Caution your own thoughts and your mind exam. You should practice Buddha's teaching. You need to qualify and depend on Guru, and the things may be different for you.
E qui ripete i 4 versi di prima.
Yeah, change these 3 things, they become different.
Quindi se cambiate queste 3 cose, le cose cambiano.
To lift you from a chair is like pulling out a pig with feeble big legs.
Dipende da cosa.
Take from the tent.
Oh, ok, yeah. Alzarti dalla sedia è come tirare via un picchetto con gambe deboli,
You wither like a chewing gauze.
vaghi come un'oca
Earth
ubriaca.
and stone seem to shatter.
La terra e le pietre sembrano muoversi
When you drop into a seat,
quando ti siedi.
sinner, right?
Senile.
And clumsy is your body.
Il tuo corpo è vecchio e gobbo, curvo.
Grandmother, you have no choice but to obey.
Nonna, non è altra scelta che obbedire.
Caution your own thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice Buddha's teaching with practice, qualify deep Guru, and from there you may find you
E di
have
nuovo
changed.
qui
Yeah.
ripete le 4 righe.
Okay.
Pensate,
Do you hear before Milarepa song realization?
avete realizzato
yeah.
questa canto
How about
di
you?
Minerva?
Yeah. So you have this one before?
This one.
Avete mai letto questa canzone prima? No.
This was 21st century would not be politically correct.
Realizzare questa canzone in questo secolo non sarebbe politicamente corretto.
It works good. 21st century, we really need this.
E invece è proprio quello di cui abbiamo
Yeah.
bisogno.
Without the 21st century, we cannot change. This distraction, desire is so strong. We need this kind of powerful words,
Abbiamo bisogno proprio
powerful
perché
teachings.
ci sono tante distrazioni, molti attaccamenti, abbiamo proprio bisogno di queste parole molto potenti.
Your skin is crusted with wrinkles, your bones stand out sharply from your shrinking flesh. You are defect, dumb,
Imbecile, eccentric and
doddering. So he really pointing all the
Appunto la pelle è piena di rughe, le tue ossa spuntano fuori, puntute dalla tua carne che sta cadente, sei sordo, stupido, imbecille, eccentrico. Dottering non so che significa.
grandmother, you ugly face,
Nonna,
wrapped in a wrinkle.
la tua brutta faccia è piena di rughe.
Question your own thoughts, examine. You should practice Buddha's teaching. You need a qualified and dependent guru, and then things may be different for you.
E di nuovo ripete le 4
Wow.
righe.
Your food and drink are cold and full.
Your coat is heavy and in rags.
Right. Your
Your
bed.
bed so rough it tears the skin. The 3 are your constant companions. Grandmother, you are now a wretch.
Because her clothes is really ugly. You know, she walks and then all the time outside, inside, and the rain, and then through that dirty, no time to wash.
Quindi i suoi abiti sono lerci, sporchi, brutti e puzzano anche perché va tutto il tempo fuori all'intemperie e non ha tempo di lavarli.
Half woman and half bitch.
Sei metà donna e metà...
What is bitch?
not a nice
Huh?
prostitute.
No, it's a female dog.
When you go and sex, you pay...
No, I don't think so. Not that way.
No.
Bitch is something different.
It's like dog.
Dog.
Draw, yeah, because draw means like the reason is half draw means draw in the normal in Tibet, protect the 24 hours home. So she protecting her home all the time, this worrying her 24 hours. Never mind rest in the stay.
La sua mente,
That's why I call draw means.
la sua mente gira ininterrottamente H24.
So that's the kind of people does, it's grandparents too much worry about the grandkids and the children and all the time worrying for family.
E spesso
24 hours.
i genitori e i nonni sono sempre costantemente
Yeah.
preoccupati H24 dei loro figli, dei loro nipoti.
So if we worrying, then same as this is like not only like business people,
Sono
all the time worrying, 24 hours, right?
anche le persone che lavorano sono
And then
costantemente
family.
preoccupate, poi dopo sono preoccupate della famiglia.
So
Prima
the
di-
Malarabas, the main point, we all the time worrying and our home and the job and then things. So then we are same as a door, just like door, protecting all the time home and the 24 hours.
Quindi qui è il punto che sottolinea Minarepa, il fatto che siamo costantemente preoccupati del nostro lavoro, della nostra famiglia, delle nostre cose di casa e quindi costantemente questo gira nella nostra mente 24 ore al giorno.
Question your own thoughts and your mind examine. So with that, our part is
Yeah.
saying, to attain a higher birth and liberation is harder than to see a star in daytime.
Ottenere una grande rinascita e la liberazione è più difficile che vedere una stella di giorno.
Do you see the daytime stars in the sky?
Vedete le stelle di giorno?
Especially sunshines? No, right?
O il sole, soprattutto quando c'è il sole.
So that kind of liberation is harder.
Quindi questo tipo di liberazione è più difficile.
Far into samsara, reach the path. So easy and happens often.
Cadere invece nella via del samsara così disturbata è più facile, capita più spesso.
No, with fear and grief at heart.
Adesso con timore e
You,
rammarico nei nostri cuori,
you watch
dolore nei
the
nostri
time
cuori.
of the death draw night.
Tu vedi il momento della morte disegnare la notte.
So yeah, it's death. We don't know when comes. No certainty, right?
Non sappiamo
Everything's
quando
uncertainty.
arriva la morte.
Grandmother, you face death with confidence.
Nonna, tu vedi la
Sì.
morte con fiducia?
Think about ourselves. Anyone will have confidence for our death.
Siete sicuri della vostra morte?
So that's why we have to examine, question ourselves, and then we have to learn the teaching, and we need a guru, and we have to follow that instruction.
E su questo dobbiamo farci delle domande, dobbiamo trovare un maestro, seguire gli insegnamenti e applicarli.
Okay, so now this conclusion is going to finish soon, yeah?
Questa è la conclusione, stiamo arrivando alla conclusione.
You want to hear something good thing, right?
Volete sentire qualcosa di buono?
This is the very strong words, and it's what is very wrathful and very hard to receive.
Queste
You
parole sono molto
bring into your mind. The result we know. We have to know what happened.
Queste parole sono molto dure, molto feroci da
Having
ricevere.
hearing this performed, yet melodious song. The Malarapa is a perfect song, great song.
Sentendo questa melodiosa canzone
The
molto
old
profonda,
woman was so moved that she could not but develop a deep faith in the Egyptian.
La vecchia signora, sentendo questa canzone così profonda,
inconceivably,
fu commossa e una profonda fede in Gesù.
unconceivably her face loosened, and
Inconsciamente allentò i suoi pugni
ashes slept through her finger to the floor.
e la cenere cadde dalle sue mani, dalle sue dita caddero a terra.
She regret what she did done to the Zhenphenling,
Si pentì di quello che aveva fatto a
and
Gesù.
she
Touched?
touches,
Touched? No.
but his compassion and words.
E toccata dalla sua compassione e delle sue parole non poté fare a meno
She
piangere.
could not help shedding tears. So tears come from her eyes. She cannot stop, right?
Non poteva fermare il pianto.
Meantime, the girl in the field, whose name was Bardabom, was just entered the house. Seeing the old woman in tears, that turned to Malarepa and cried, "What is the matter? Did you, a follower of Buddha, strike a poor old woman? She think he beat her."
Nel frattempo la ragazza che era nel campo, che si chiamava Bardabom, entrò in casa, vide l'anziana donna in lacrime e quindi si rivolse a Milarepa urlando: "Che succede? Tu, seguace del Buddha, hai colpito una povera un'anziana donna?"
The grandmother quickly intervened. No, please do not wrongly curse him. He never said anything unkind to me.
L'anziana signora velocemente intervenne e disse: no, ti prego, non accusarlo ingiustamente, non mi ha detto nulla di sgradevole.
It was I who treated him wrongly.
Sono io che l'ho trattato male.
He gave me such a proper and much needed lesson that it moved me very deeply.
Mi ha dato una tale lezione di cui avevo bisogno che mi ha colpito profondamente.
It also awoke me to my neglect of religion.
Mi ha anche risvegliato dalla mia ignoranza della religione.
I was touched with such great remorse that it compelled me to shed tears.
Mi ha colpito a tal punto che il rimorso mi ha spinto a piangere.
Oh, you are young and different from me. You have faith as well as worth, and it is very fortunate for you to meet such a teacher as Malarepa. You should give him offering and service and ask him to bestow upon you the teachings and instructions.
Tu sei giovane e sei diversa da me, tu hai fede, sei anche benestante e sei fortunata di aver incontrato un maestro come me. Dovresti fare le offerte, offrirgli il servizio e chiedergli di concederti gli insegnamenti e istruzioni.
So then God replied, both of you are very wonderful. Are you the great yogi Malarepa?
La ragazza disse: siete entrambi magnifici, sei il grande yogi Milarepa?
By merely meeting you, I shall have accumulated a great deal of merit.
E solo averti incontrato ho accumulato grandi meriti.
If you would kindly tell us your lineage,
Se gentilmente ci parli del tuo
it will
linaggio,
inspire us and also your other disciples.
questo ci ispirerà
It
come
will
anche gli altri discepoli.
certainly change our hearts. So please do relate it for me.
Questo cambia i nostri cuori, quindi
Okay.
parlacene.
So then Malarepa song again. I think the king leave there. Stop here, right?
Ci possiamo fermare qui.
Okay. So what questions you have?
Avete delle domande?
What do you think?
Cosa
Yogis.
pensate degli yogi?
You want to follow yogis?
Volete seguire gli yogi?
You want the kind yogi teachers or you want like the wrathful yogi teachers?
Volete uno yogi gentile o
Gentle ones, wrathful ones. Are you sure?
Sei sicuro di voler avere uno yogi rato?
So, anyone in the Zoom who want to follow the Rath for yogis?
In Zoom chi vuole seguire un maestro di rato? Chi di voi?
Okay, so Alvaro like Rath for yogi. I want very gentle, compassion yogis.
Io voglio invece uno yogi molto gentile e compassionevole.
You think so?
Sei d'accordo?
Otherwise, very hard for you to understand,
Altrimenti per voi è molto difficile capire.
because you'll be really upset what they says. You're not going to accept easily.
Altrimenti
Because due to our, ignorance, we not recognize our problem.
a causa della nostra ignoranza non siamo in grado di accettare
So,
i nostri problemi e quindi uno yogi
then when you-
è difficile accettarlo.
When you really practice Dharma, and some qualities come to in your the Dharma practice, quality come to your mind, then you recognize the Guru's qualities,
Solo quando
these yogis
praticate
qualities.
e si manifestano le qualità nella vostra mente del Dharma, allora potete riconoscere le qualità dello Guru Sottoguru.
Until that petrodrome goes followed by Rath for yogis.
Finché non siete a quel punto è meglio non seguire uno yogi in realtà.
So, if you have really good Dharma devotion in your heart, and your practice level is, irreversible devotion, you also have your certainty, and you have something through your practice, you have some levels, your own experience, then this Rath for Guru, yogis, if you follow, is more powerful.
Se sviluppate la pratica, allora si manifesta attraverso l'esperienza, la sua devozione, allora incontrare questo tipo di maestro è molto, molto potente.
We all have many gurus, teachers, so they're also yogis, but their shows usually more gentle, compassion, and loving. They're skillfully, giving teaching for us, training for us.
I maestri che esistenti in genere sono invece gentili e non con noi.
So Marpa Lotsa also told the Malarepa, don't use my method for other students.
Marpalosa ha detto a Milarepa di non usare questi suoi metodi con gli altri studenti.
But the state drew a little bit, but no same is Marpa Lotsa does to the Malarepa.
Un po', ma insomma di non usare gli stessi metodi che Milarepa aveva usato con
Still,
Milarepa.
still that conviction or habituate, culturally still going on, but not really same is Marpa Lotsa was done for Malarepa.
Quindi non ha insegnato nello stesso modo in cui
Maybe
Marpalosa aveva insegnato.
this time teachers, you maybe deny you not going to share the teaching.
E altrimenti i miei maestri non si accettano gli insegnamenti dei maestri.
They don't want, they say, I'm not going to meet you, something like that kind, no more than that, I think. Same as Marpa Lotsa did for Malarepa.
E non fanno quello che Marpalosa ha fatto per Milarepa.
Okay, so that's the before long time ago, yogis just like this.
E questo è come facevano gli yogi
Then what our time, no?
di un tempo. E cosa fanno
How long we
per
have
i
time?
contemporanei?
Time is finished, okay?
Finito la nostra sessione?
So then this time also we have lots of yogis, yogi realizers.
Ci sono degli yogi realizzati.
They share their own perception, their realizations, their visions sharing. Sometimes people not knowing, not recognize.
E anche se condividono la loro percezione, la loro visione, però molto spesso non vengono riconosciuti.
So you're in here today, the Zhenphenling Dharma Center, right? Zhenphenling, the Dharma Center here. Chijan Nakanobu Rinpoche, also yogi. You mostly who receive teaching from him. And you know he is a yogi, because this also like all the design is yogi's vision, And I also have teachers, many yogi teachers, mostly knows in the zone here in the Western country in Garchina Boche. He also yogi, but his method is not showing yogi wrathful way, always a compassion way. And he also has a vision very similar in today. In this center has this mandala, draw. He built the Tara Stupa is exactly same structure. And this design
This where?
is this design.
Yeah, where?
The Tara Stupa he built in his Dharma center in Arizona.
Anche Rinpoche, il nostro Rinpoche era uno yogi e questo mandala è frutto della sua visione, e anche in Arizona c'è un centro di Tara dove è disegnato, c'è un disegno, un mandala che ha questa struttura molto simile a questa.
Then this yogis teachers always show, different than all the students not seeing always the same.
Non sempre gli studenti hanno la stessa visione.
So you go more deeper practitioner, you go more higher, you are more connection to these teachers, they are more wrathful become.
Più si approfondisce la pratica e più questo insegnamento diventa feroce.
If they're really compassion, the teachers to you, that time they know our practice is not that higher level.
E quando i maestri hanno molta compassione per noi, perché sanno che la nostra pratica non è a quel
When these teachers become changed, you think he doesn't like me, he's not really care about me, and he don't want to share Dharma, and so he like other student, he is his mind, I don't have his mind, so that kind of when you're feeling us, that time, that really teacher caring about you.
Quando pensate che vedete il maestro vi tratta, non con gentilezza, e pensate sta cambiando atteggiamento, non gli piaccio più, interessano più altri studenti, quello è il momento in cui lui vi ha più a cuore.
So that's the yogi's culture,
Questa
tradition.
È la cultura degli yogi.
When you have become more close teacher, you are more practicing, then their teachers more wrathful and more make you harder and give you more hardships.
E quando la pratica diventa più profonda e man mano ci si avvicina al maestro, e più la relazione col maestro diventa impegnativa.
No reasons they're going to yelling you, no reasons they kick out you, no reasons they say you did wrong mistakes. Whatever you do, good things, but then never satisfied, never accepting. So that time you are progressing.
Quando cominciano a dirvi che nulla di quello che fate va bene, quando cominciano a prendervi a calci o a respingervi, quello è il momento, è un segnale che la vostra pratica sta procedendo.
Do you understand? Okay, so
Capite?
now do you have any questions?
Domande?
Yes? Shy? No.
Yeah.
So then, do you have any requests? Another song for Virginia, and we have here and Yogi Malarepa here, another Yantra Yogi. So, do you have any requests to them?
Volete un'altra canzone? Abbiamo anche qui Yogi Yantra.
I would do probably the Malarepa mantra.
Oh, you want to do the Malarepa mantra song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ho chiesto di ripetere la canzone del mantra di Milarepa.
Okay, so Jan going to share the mantra, Malarepa's mantra song. Then after we do dedication. Thank you.
Jan farà la canzone del mantra di Milarepa e dopo faremo
We don't have any sound in Zoom.
mute myself. Okay. And the volume. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Oh, good, good, good. Okay. So Hasa Benza means laughing Vajra. So this was quite a hilarious song. So that's why it's called Laughing Vajra. And the mantra is Om A Guru Hasa Benza Hong. Om A Guru Hasa Laughing Vajra Hong. Okay, so let's do this. I'll do a little we do again with the Guru Yoga. Together, Om Guru Hasa Benza Hom. Om Guru Hasa Bengal. Om Guru Hasa Bengal. Om Guru Hasa Bengal. Om Guru Hasa Bengal. Om Om Dare 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 Jaya Jaya Siddhi Siddhi Phala Phala Ahasha Sama Mama Koli So thank you so much, Khenpo Rinpoche La, for coming and giving us this wonderful, profound talk on the culture, yogic culture of Tibet and Milarepa's story and his song. We're very grateful for that. Especially, we're also really grateful to our master, Chögyam Namkha Nobu, who had this great vision, which was non-sectarian. And just like Gampopa, Milarepa's greatest student, he was teaching the highest students, the highest teachings to all students without discrimination. And we're forever grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Grazie a tutti, grazie a tutti, grazie anche a Cognano, che è un nostro maestro non settario, grazie a tutti questi insegnamenti, soprattutto del canto di Milano. Grazie. Grazie.
I can push.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone for having me here tonight and have opportunity to share short Malare Pass story. Very happy.
Grazie a tutti di essere venuti e aver condiviso la storia di Milarepa.
So also then wish you everyone to become yogi and yogini.
E insieme a voi vi auguro che siate tutti yogi e yogini.
So that's my wish for you, and myself also my wishes are become yogi.
È il desiderio per voi e anche per me stesso diventerò.
I wish you all of you in the zone yogi and yogini too.
E vi auguro di diventare yogi e yogini.
Thank you, and
Grazie.
I'm going to do dedication.
Farò la dedica.
Dorje janje delo naro dhamma pai malai jije gambo baba mojo pai jarwai jigombe kaje lama nalai zorwande zonande ye damje zebanye tonanye me danai bamze de jiga nanje balan chubaye Sepen zole joa joa yon yambar bawe jataran chembada Gendo zambo de yan de yen de da genje jize da lo je Gewan de da dam je ra de mo Om ahom bezan guru be mai zide hom 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 Dashi dele
Tashi Delek Rinpoche. Tashi Delek, Yantra Yogi, amazing.
Hi everyone, Tashi Delek.
Yantra Yogi, thank you so much. Grazie per tutto.
Thank you.
Ah, Yantra Yogi, ah.
Thank you, Khenpo. Thank you, everyone, for joining on Zoom.
Bye, Devi.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very
Bye
much.
bye. Thank you.
Ciao, grazie
you.
per tutto. Ci vediamo.